Okay, this might be my last message or close to one of my last messages. I wanted to give everyone this quick note about what all of this is about. Everything that we're experiencing in our external life, in the macrocosm, the societal story, as well as our own personal story. Our own personal story has a lot of details and synchronicities and new awarenesses, especially when it comes to our own participation within our family, our friends, those who used to be friends with us, and those new friends that we've made throughout the years. And also the macrocosm, as I mentioned before, which is the entire story that we're seeing unraveling before our eyes. Mostly we're seeing it through our technology. And so what this whole thing is about is the Great Awakening and the Grand Awakening. And I'll explain what that is in just a moment. But realize that our external story in the macrocosm, meaning the societal story that we're witnessing unfolding, as well as our microcosm story, which is also unfolding like a carpet beneath our feet. And these stories are all actually unfolding in synchronicity, and not only in our own individual lives, but within everybody's lives around us. And so let's talk really quick about what it is that they are trying to block, that they are trying to stop. Well, I'll just let you know from the very get-go of this message that it is unstoppable what they are trying to stop. There is no stopping what is coming. There is no stopping what is happening. But I will just outline it for you briefly. We have evolved, for the most part, in our lower circles, or our lower chakras, or our lower seals, we'll call them the seals. And we have 7 of these seals that are all becoming ignited all simultaneously. But the lower seals or chakras or wheels have been turning slowly as the sky turns, and preparing this evolution so that we are completely ignited and united as one again, as we were in the past. And so what this means is that, let's talk really quick about what they are attacking. So they are attacking the throat and the breath, which leads to the heart. So understand that the bottom 3 seals are basic. They are very complex, but basic in the sense that we have those already working, and we've had those working for quite some time. Now, I'm going to mention this glowing orb behind me. That glowing orb is your heart. That glowing orb is your eyes. That glowing orb can be seen as the bridge or the pathway between our 3D world and the Grand Awakening that we are about to experience. Now, I don't know when exactly it's going to happen. Nobody knows when it's going to happen, because it's going to happen at the perfect outside of time. There's no time in reality. We are experiencing the illusion of time. So let's talk again about what they have been attacking. They have been attacking the crown. The crown is the opening. The crown is the doorway. And the pineal has always been attacked. The pineal has been attacked by chemicals and injections, and I'm sure most of you already know and are aware of this. The fluoride in the water, ... And so the current attack, you have to realize that a lie is like a wall that is placed in between you and the truth. So the lie is the mask, and that is a lie that is placed in between you and the truth. You need to breathe in the activated oxygen molecules that are accelerating this process within us. So breathing that in and expanding the heart. This lie is blocking that, okay? And the COVID crown, the corona crown, that was an attack, and is an attack on the crown, the opening, the grand opening. And so, like I mentioned before, the attacks on the pineal. Now, I want to be really clear about some synchronicities between the chemtrails that have been going on, why those chemtrails have been going on, and how that's related to fake space. Now, all of this is actually related. And all of this is very, very related. Every single thing that we're experiencing is related, because all of these things are being put into place to disconnect you from the truth of who you are. Now let's talk again about this. The block of the breath. The lie is blocking the breath. Okay? The crown opening up to the higher dimensions. So all of the skies that you are seeing, for the most part, especially in highly populated areas, there is a blockage. Now, the truth of where we are and who we are. Now, we are within a dome. We are within an enclosed system. Okay? The luminaries are one giant clock that have been moving in the most delicate and most synchronistic and most expansive and most complex geometry that anyone can ever imagine throughout time, that is also linked with this body to prepare us for this transition into the Great Awakening. And when one is in a place where where chemtrails were not a part of the plan, you can open up to what this is. Now, what the sky actually is it's a portal. The sky is a portal. Now, fake space is a lie, and it's a block. It's a block between you and the truth. Now, there is no technology that's going to get us out into outer space. The black void, the planets, the vacuum, the black holes, all of that is a lie. Those are all lies. What we have above us is the dome, which is plasma, all of the luminaries within that plasma, and the sun. Okay, the sun is light. It's the true light. And I'm going to mention this, and I've mentioned this before, we are going to need to put down our phones. We are going to need to put down our technology, because this is the false light. Okay, so the true light, which is this light here, you're seeing the false light representation of the true light. That true light is working together with water. Okay, so water is actually a very, very prime element, if not the prime element of creation. And so these water beings, I will call them. Now, you might see them as clouds, you might see them as clouds is what we've been used to explaining these as, but these water beings, and it's like a humongous portal. It's a portal that is opening right now to the higher dimensions. And so we actually are from these higher dimensions. And so if you think about it, all of these things that are being put into place right now are blocking the truth. And so the grand opening and the grand awakening is actually us becoming unified once again into our true form, which is experiencing the grandness of what reality actually is, which is not this 3D realm. All of the stuff, the cars, the money, the gasoline, the food, these things are withering away with the story of our identities. Our identity's story is coming to an end, and we are becoming, we are being put into that seat of synchronicity once again. And all of the words that have been used in the past to describe anything beyond the 3D have been taken out. So it's really difficult on some level to explain what this grand awakening is like, but it is like all of the greatest words together, anything that you can imagine and dream of, instant manifestation, every song that you can think of, in all of the grandest, most eloquent frequencies that exist. All of these things are equal to, and then some, what the grand awakening and the real reality that we are from is like, and what we're moving into. So just remember that this is a process that everyone is going through together as a collective and individually. And so when people think to themselves, oh, it's getting really, really kind of crazy out here in the world, well, some of it has to do with how far we have actually allowed ourselves to go since birth into that state of freedom. And so many of us have allowed ourselves to become locked down and taken sort of control of. And so it's more difficult and there's more work to do, because there has been a lot of us who have just done what we were told, and on some level. And so we're witnessing that resistance in our external reality to that. And some of us can catch up really quick, and some of us are still resistant to it. And so I would say that my advice to any of this is, it doesn't matter where you are. You do not need to leave and go somewhere. Everyone's in the right place. You're actually in the place that is best suited for you to go through this transition, because all of us actually are going there together. It's not an individual. It's a collective motion and a collective movement. And so you see all of these things happening in the external story and the external narrative, and those things are just a small part of the grand awakening. Those things are a small part, even if it has to do with countries, regulations, and presidents, and military, and underground wars, and adrenochrome, and elites, and the Hollywood pedos, and everything coming together as far as justice and bringing things to where they should be, and cleaning out the quote-unquote swamp. These things that are happening, yes, they're necessary, but they're actually a small part, and no individual is the leader of this. This whole thing is being orchestrated by all that is, all that ever was, and all that ever will be, the grand prime source of all creation. And so all of this is an orchestra, and every single one of us are a part of that orchestra, as well as the characters that we are seeing in the external world. So there is no one to follow. If there is one to follow, if there's something to follow, it is the heart, and connecting the heart with the light orb, and following that light orb, and actually connecting it as if it's your child, as if you're opening your heart to your child, and feeling that love and communication with the sun. And when the sun goes, so do you, and you go into slumber, and you play out the realities, the multi-dimensional realities that are actually real. It's not a make-believe world. It's just as real as this world, your dreams. So allow yourself to become more aware of what's going on within yourself. Allow yourself to purge, and allow yourself to connect and open your heart, and be a part of this process. And I am here with all of you. I am here as I am you, as you are me. And so we are doing all of this as one. And so I hope that everyone is enjoying the process. And so some of the hurdles that we go through might be painful, and so you cannot hold on to that pain. You must be willing to allow yourself to let that pain go, and let it purge out in the way that the body is intelligently designed, and allow the body to take over this process, because the body was designed. And so this is what the space, the Big Bang, and all of these things are also hiding, is that this whole thing is created by a grand orchestrator. And so allow this orchestration to play itself out, and allow yourself to be a part of the orchestration, as well as allow yourself to witness the orchestration. And it is the greatest thing to have ever happened to anything ever in all of time, in all of existence. And we are alive for this. So be grateful for this. It is the most amazing thing that anyone can ever ask for, and anyone can ever wish for. I want to thank all of you for being so amazing, and listening, and being here with me. Some of you are here, some of you are not, but you're here in spirit. And if you're not here, I am connecting with you outside of these technology devices. So thanks again. I will be back for another presentation. I am in the middle of a very, very interesting journey, which I will put that up, and I might do one more message like this, but it is time to put these phones down. The technology is not serving us anymore. We need to connect to the truth, and the truth is our expansive, true form, the true nature of who we are. So thank you. I love all of you. Peace, love, and light. Until next time.